All right, if you clicked on this video, you probably heard a lot about high ticket sales. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down a bunch of different questions that I get all the time. I've kind of compiled some of them into a list here. I'm going to be going through them one by one. If you guys don't know me, my name is Nick. And over the last 6 years at this point, I've been in high ticket sales. I'm 22 years old now. I started when I was 16. I started making 10K a month at 17 years old. Got to $20,000 and $30,000 commission months at 20 and 21 years old, and now I manage and lead a high ticket sales team as well as help people get into it. So let's get right into these questions. Number one, how much can you realistically expect to make? So this is a good question, and it really depends on the role. In high ticket sales, you have two different types of primary roles. You have a setter and you have a closer. A setter is the one who's more qualifying leads. A closer is the one who's actually closing deals. So the setter's having like a quick conversation, either over text or over the phone, just to make sure that somebody's actually interested in whatever it is that they're selling. The closer is the one who's actually facilitating, collecting payment, closing the deal. As a setter, typically your OTE, so your on-track earnings, it depends on the offer, of course, and what you're selling, but it's typically anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000 per month. So if you're like the average rep, the average setter, $3,000 to $7,000 per month is pretty average. Once you get into closing, that's where you can hit 8 to 12K, 15 to 20K per month if you're really good and you're on a really good offer. Obviously for closing, most of the time you need some level of experience. For setting, not so much. You can just kind of get into it a lot easier. Number two, how long does it take for a beginner to start? So it depends on how much of a go-getter you are. I've helped people get started and they're able to get started in 1 week, 2 weeks max. Then there's also people, it takes them a month, 2 months in order to get started. On average, with the people I actually work with, it takes about 3 weeks for people to go from no experience to at least landing their first job. And then from there, they just have to start making sales. Number three, can you do this with a job or while being in school? So this is a good question, and honestly something that I can speak to because I started this when I was still in school. Can you do it? Yes. Are you going to need to put in extra work and get creative and just like be one of those people who doesn't let things stop them? For sure, right? Like if you work from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., you can grind from 4:30 until you go to bed at 10 p.m. and make plenty of money in that time. But at the end of the day, you have to be the type of person who's willing to do that, right? Or if you work or you have classes and you can kind of like match up your schedule with the gaps you have in your classes. That's kind of what I did when I was in high school. And so I was able to take calls in the times where I went home for lunch for 2 hours. And then after school, I was basically just taking back-to-back calls and I would eat dinner in between randomly. Next up, is this long-term? This is a question that a lot of people ask. I kind of find it funny in a way, but I get where you're coming from. It's like you view this as some online opportunity that might not be here forever. The big thing you have to realize is the coaching and alternative education industry, which is basically courses, coaching, online services, is a multi-billion-dollar industry. You might not register what that actually means, but it's not going anywhere. Like billions of dollars would be changed to a different direction if this industry went anywhere. So no, it's not going anywhere. And furthermore, you're learning sales. Sales has been around for hundreds of years. So take away high ticket sales. Sales itself, the core skill set that you are learning, has been around for hundreds of years and will always be around in my opinion. Number five, how do you stand apart from other people trying to get into it? So a couple of ways. Number one is just your characteristics. Like, are you a proactive person? Are you well-spoken? Are you likable? Do people get along with you? And then number two is more so like actual skills that you build. So interviewing skills that you build, your ability to articulate your words, your ability to perform like a practice sales call. So if you actually practice a sales process and foundation, these are all things you can do to set yourself apart. I can tell you this, the bar is really low. Coming from somebody who manages a sales team, I hire a lot of different sales reps. The bar is super, super low, especially right now. Like what I mean by that is if you can speak decently, you look decent, you have a decent setup, like, you know, you don't have like your bunk bed in the background, immediately you already set yourself apart from so many other people in the space. Next up, what type of leads are you talking to? So this is question number 6. This is a good question that a lot of people ask. So you are talking to people who have raised their hand, filled out some kind of application where they put in their phone number, email, answered some questions to say, I'm interested in this coaching program, this course, this community, this service. And they're saying, I'm interested, I'm putting in my information and learn more, basically. Those are the people you're talking to. So they already know roughly who it is. They've either seen an ad, they've seen content. Of course, there's going to be people who have seen more or less of it. And obviously you want to talk to as many people who have seen more of it as possible because they're already going to like, the service or product more. But that's ultimately who you are talking to. What are the offers you're selling? So there's so many different industries and people don't realize this. Everybody thinks like making money online as an industry, right? Trading as an industry. Those are industries and like offers that people are selling. But there's real estate investing that nobody really thinks about. There's tons of AI services right now. There's peptide offers out there. There's YouTube offers out there. There's B2B offers, meaning there's business to business offers. So like, for example, there's accounting services, right? Where they're basically selling accounting services to business owners, like a B2B offer. There's softwares out there that help people manage their business. There's so many offers that have warm inbound leads and need good salespeople to sell them. You don't need to know everything about the industry you're getting into. You just need to know the sales process, and the sales process will kind of correlate hand in hand with you being able to sell it. Next, why doesn't everyone do this? So this is a good question. Here's the thing. Number one, most people are lazy. Sales takes work at the end of the day. You're gonna have to put in work. No handouts, not a freebie. Most of the time you're working commission only, so what you eat is what you kill is what you eat. So that's number one. A lot of people aren't actually about that work. Number two, fear holds a lot of people back. It's unknown, it's not just going to college, it's not doing the typical path. It's a little bit different and kind of like, one of those things where if you mention it to your parents, they're like, like that's how my parents were initially. Obviously now they're very, very proud and happy that I did what I did, but ultimately that's what holds most people back is either fear or they're not willing to put in the work. How can you speed up the process? So of course you can try to get into it on your own. Speeding up the process, if you have a mentor, that's really going to help. If you have a connection to somebody, that's really going to help. It's like any job. If you're trying to get hired by a company and you know somebody at the company, it's going to help. It's not necessary, but it helps to be in communities. It helps to go to masterminds. It helps to surround yourself with people. Even you watching this YouTube video, you're already putting yourself further ahead than most people. So you can speed up that process. And then once you're applying for jobs, you just have to attack aggressively. And then lastly, what is the best way to start? So this goes back to you can either try on your own, but the thing is with this industry, like I said, it's very much so tied to who you know. And so that's where I'm just gonna full on pitch you guys on my mentorship. If you wanna work one-on-one with me, it's the best way to do it. There is no questions asked. It is the best way to do it. Why? Because I'm giving you direct training you need, even if you're brand new, and I'm giving you job opportunities you need, even if you're brand new. And I am helping you hand in hand, step by step, saying, do this. Here's your next step. Here's how you apply for jobs. Here's how you prepare for the interviews. Here's how you actually land the role. Once you are in the role, here's how to sell. And I'm helping you directly one-on-one through that process. So if you guys are interested in that, go down in the description and you can fill out the application. You can also shoot me a DM on Instagram if you just want to talk and you're not sure and you have some questions. Feel free to fire me off a DM. I personally answer all of those. And I will see you guys in the next video.